and welcome back to settings I didn't know my camera had because I was too much of a proud idiot to Google what it actually meant. This is going to be a pretty nerdy, behind baseball type of video, so if you're not ready for that type of video, strap in because you're going to learn some stuff. Today, we have the Sony ZV-1 in downtown Raleigh, and today's adventure is actually about highlight priority mode. Highlight priority mode, what is it? Well, I guess to understand highlight priority mode, you need to understand what metering is. Metering is your camera measuring the amount of light coming in and then making automatic adjustments to the settings to give you the proper exposure. For example, I shoot my street photos in aperture priority mode, which means I pick the aperture and then the camera uses its metering to pick the rest of the settings such as shutter and ISO. So what we're doing, instead of exposing for an average of the entire scene, we're exposing for the highlights. That way we keep all of that information and we don't lose any of it. What's also cool about this setup that I'm using, if you watched my previous video, I just have my phone belt clip attached to my phone. So I literally just look like a tourist, which is perfect. That's what I want for street photography. Let's see if I can get this guy through the tree. That's the thing with street photography that's so fun. It's so like fast paced and it's so like reactionary that I have the drawing speed on medium so I can rattle off a quick burst. It is kind of disorienting shooting in highlight priority because like when I bring the screen up, everything's so dark. I just gotta remember it's underexposed on purpose. This is on purpose. It definitely threw me off to be walking around taking pictures and then looking at the back of the camera or the images that I got in playback and see how underexposed they are, but I did have to just remember that it was on purpose. I was purposely underexposing. Something that did help calm my nerves was just pulling up the histogram, as I knew that that information was still there, it's just a little bit darker. Normally the default and what a lot of people will tell you is if you know what you're doing, then you should be shooting in manual, which is true in some cases when you're using it either for an effect or for some reason to have full control of every setting. But in street photography, where I just need to be reactionary and I just need to think on my feet, it really helps just to shoot in aperture priority mode and then let the camera figure the rest out. It's already deciding shutter and ISO, so what else could go wrong? The camera, in fact, is just doing all the work, and I'm merely a button pusher at this point. There's definitely something here with this old house and this super modern skyscraper. Maybe a cool vertical from over here. Let's check it out. Alright, main strip of downtown Raleigh. Let's see, highlight priority, mid, drive speed, auto. Let's go to continuous AF. Actually, I haven't walked down this direct strip before.
was the last thing you put in.
Dude, I bought.
It is kind of nice having a digital camera now instead of strictly shooting film. I can like fire off a few quick bursts and not really be concerned about it. Whereas literally every single photo counts. Kind of trying to find a blend between just blasting off a million pictures and really concentrating on the ones that count. Final thoughts. Will I continue using highlight priority mode? Absolutely. I was worried about the increase in editing time, but it really wasn't that bad at all. I have a bunch of my own preset looks that I have saved, so all I had to do was just click on my own preset and then bump up the blacks and the shadows, and I was pretty much done. I made some fine tweaks from there, but it wasn't really that intensive at all. Speaking of presets, I'm just kidding. I don't have another revolutionary preset pack to shell to you right at this moment, but stay tuned and that may change somewhere in the future. Highlight Priority and me are good friends and I don't really see us going back anytime soon. Don't tell anybody I said that.